Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. In this video, let us discuss a few important points from prelims perspective with respect to agriculture. So previously we have seen about environmental legislation. So in this, let us start from green revolution. Let us start from green revolution. So points with respect to green revolution are as follows. That is India's first green revolution. So, who was the father of it? It was M.S. Swaminathan. M.S. Swaminathan. Now, we have already discussed economy points related to 5-year plan. Now, during which 5-year plan did this come into place? That also you comment down in the comment section. Now, who is considered as father of Green Revolution? So, father of Green Revolution is Norman Borlaug. Norman Borlaug. So they also got the Nobel Prize for Green Revolution as well. But the father of Green Revolution in India, it is M.S. Swaminathan. Now, whenever we are looking at the agricultural growth, we also discuss about the fertilizers. So if you are looking at fertilizers, that is management of nutrition, correct? Nutrients management, correct? So there are two types of that. One is the macronutrients, the other one are micronutrients. Macronutrients, the main important one are NPK. NPK stands for nitrogen, then you have phosphate or phosphorus, and then you have potassium. So these are most important ones, which is N, P and K. We have also seen that they have to be in the ratio of 4:2:1. Now, what are the sources in which nitrogen is being provided, or from where the nitrogens are provided? So it is available from the soil, from atmosphere and from fertilizers. Soil, atmosphere and fertilizers. This phosphorus, it is available from manure and it is also available from superphosphate. Potassium comes from potassium chloride and sulfates. Now, what is the purpose of NPK? What is the function of NPK? That also we have to understand. Nitrogen, what is the help of nitrogen for the growth of plants? It helps in the actual growth of the plants. Whereas phosphorus helps in the root growth of the plant. So the complete overall growth is concentrated on the nitrogen. Root growth is concentrated by phosphorus or phosphate, and then potassium is to make it disease resistant. I hope until here at least it is clear. So these are three most important ones. There are other macronutrients also. For example, there is magnesium, there is also sulfur, there is also calcium. Magnesium, sulfur and calcium. Now in case of magnesium is available in sources Epsom salt, dolomite. These we have already seen in the geography part, right? In the type of the lands which are formed and the type of rocks, etc. We have seen that. So this is available there in the rocks, you can consider. Now what is the help of magnesium? It helps in the chlorophyll formation. Very, very important. In case of sulfur, it is available from gypsum. It adds the odor compounds. It helps in that odor compounds. In case of calcium, it is available in the lime. It is also available in the from the gypsum, etc. So it helps in the protection of leaves. protection of leaves. So these are some of the points with respect to macronutrients which you have to remember. So we don't know what type of questions they'll ask, so we'll remember at least 1 or 2 words related to that. Now the macronutrients are the most important ones. We'll also look at micronutrients. We'll also look at some of the micronutrients, not all of them. Micronutrients, you can say it as iron. Iron also helps in the growth, it helps in the chlorophyll. And then you have copper. Copper helps in the respiration and for the enzymes. Then there is boron. It helps for the it helps the cell walls. It helps in calcium uptake. Also. Then there is nickel. Nickel helps in nitrogen fixation. And generation of urea regulation. So these are some of the nutrient management which we have to remember. Nutrient management. Okay, so the NPK ratio which we have already seen, which you have seen, it is 4:2:1. 4:2:1. So we have seen that there was first green revolution which happened during 1960s only, and the father of that was MS Swaminathan for us. Now the second green revolution, this is related to sustainable agriculture. In case of second green revolution, the focus is mostly on the technology. With this, we are wanting to achieve accuracy in agriculture, better control in agriculture, and then efficient use of water, efficiency. And then there is also organic farming, natural farming, correct? So these are precision agriculture. So you can call it as precision agriculture. So that is the purpose of the India's second green revolution. So when we are speaking about the sustainable agriculture, right? There are different methods from which the sustainable practices can be made. First one is mixed farming, which we have already seen. Mixed farming. What is mixed farming? Here you have crops also along with livestock. There is one more thing, which is mixed cropping. Mixed farming and mixed cropping are different. In mixed cropping, what happens is there is growth of two or more crops at the same time in the same field. Okay, one is the main crop, one is the leguminous crop. So that is mixed cropping. In case of mixed farming, there is livestock. This difference you have to remember. Then there is crop rotation also. That is first you go leguminous crops, and after that you grow a non-leguminous crop. One is less water intensive crop. Later on you can grow high water intensive crop. So in that case, what happens is there is proper crop rotation, and along with this there is also soil management and also there is pest management. So these are some of the important points with respect to which we have to remember. Now there are some important questions related to biofertilizers. We'll look at those also, because recently that kind of question there has been repeatedly that kind of questions which has been asked. So we'll look at some of the biofertilizers. When we are looking at biofertilizer, so the first one is rhizobium. Now what is the help of this biofertilizer? It helps in the nitrogen fixation. Because it is nitrogen fixing bacteria itself. It is nitrogen fixing bacteria in legume roots. Then next biofertilizer is azotobacter. This is for, again, this is also nitrogen fixer. These are also nitrogen fixer. Then you have blue-green algae, which is very, very common. Blue-green algae. So this is also nitrogen fixer only. This is also for nitrogen fixer, and it is nostoc and anabaena, nostoc and anabaena. Whereas if you have anabaena, water algae, anabaena along with azolla, then it is azolla. Okay. Then next one is biochar. You have biochar also. This is from biomass pyrolysis. Is from biomass pyrolysis. So these are some of the biofertilizers which are usually asked in the examination. So rhizobium, then azotobacter, then blue green algae, then there is biochar. When it comes to organic farming, which is the first state in India to be 100% organic, first state is Sikkim. Whereas first union territory is Lakshadweep. First union territory is Lakshadweep. And if you consider organic farm itself, then India ranks at number one in the first place in case of number of organic farmers also. Okay, so these are some of the points which you have to remember related to biofertilizer. So similar type of topics will start making again and again. So wherever it is possible, if we are to bridge them in the environment series only, we'll try to include them also, because there are different types of farming also. You might have heard about geoponics, aeroponics, hydroponics, aquaponics, etc. So that also I'll just mention it over here. In case of aquaponics, so aquaponics is the combination of aqua is water, right? That is aquaculture with hydroponics. Now what is hydroponics, you might say, correct? What is hydroponics? It is growing plants in water only. Okay, so rather than in soil, what happens is, for example, I'll just tell, there are let's say there are small cups like this. Which is kept on a pipe. There is a PVC pipe on which there are small holes which are made. In that the cups are placed. So let us say we are growing lettuce over here, which you find in the burgers, etc. So burger, sandwich, etc. You find lettuce over here. So usually what happens is, lettuce you grow it in the soil, right? But in this case what happens is, you put the organic material over here, the place wherein the roots and all go, right? There you grow, and then this is in contact with the PVC pipe, right? This cup itself is in contact with the PVC pipe. So what you do is, you send the water, which is with the help of motor or something, then it will keep rotating in this only. So in this you have a tank, and in this tank you have proper nutrients mixture, for example NPK. So similar nutrients are kept in this particular tank only. So you just have water. So in this what happens is, the water keeps circulating, and whatever is the necessary nutrients are being taken by these only. And with this what happens is, there is nearly 95% saving of water, because the water is again coming back. Coming back in this only, and you are adding the nutrients. And then there are other technique also. For example, in this only what you do is, in the same setup, what you do is, instead of the motor, you add, let's say, one tank in which fishes are there. So whatever is coming from the plants, that comes to the fishes, that serves as a food, and the leftover from the fish goes as a nutrient for the plants. So it happens to be a proper mixture, a proper ecosystem. So that is another thing. So this is hydroponics is growing plants in the water with nutrients without soil. Okay, then there is aeroponics. In aeroponics there is no soil, but it is grown in the mist. Geoponics is whatever the plant growth happens in the soil, that is the geoponics. Okay, so these are some of the things which you have to remember. So I hope there were some important points you can take away from this thing. So these are again the rapid revision kind of a series for the prelims, so that we'll discuss point to point things, so that it will be easier for us to understand and write the answers in the prelims. Thank you. I'll see you soon in the next one.